Hey guys, it's Jack with T-Wing Custodial Bees out here. I haven't checked these guys and it's probably been a couple weeks since I have checked them. We just went through a cold spell. It's in the mid 60s now. So we're gonna see what's going on with them. Really excited to look in this colony and see how many frames they're drawing on. Let's see here. So it looks like they're still not drawing on the two outer frames, but they've got 9 others in here to draw and filled with eggs. And so I'm not gonna lie, when we hadn't had this cold spell, I was really tempted to try to split these guys, even though they're still young. This queen is just such a good queen that kind of wanted to split them off, but that cold snap has changed my mind about that. I have ordered 2 new queens to split both of these. They'll be here in about 2 weeks. They're Russian queens, which I'm super excited about and nervous all at the same time. But they're going to get split in a couple weeks, so I don't want to. These guys are plugging along so well that I don't want to have to shortchange them and steal from them and then kind of hurt that split I do later on. So I'm going to let them be. But they're doing so good, and this queen's such a good queen that there's some drone comb. Just fine. Bunch of larvae, more drone comb down here. That frame's about half worker brood, about half drone. That's another reason I wanted to split them, is they're raising drones, and it'd be a good time to make a split. We still might do it. Just depends on how aggressive I want to get. They've got tons of cap brood, and I think they could handle it. They're strong enough to handle it, and this queen's just so good. I really want another one just like her. I don't know if y'all can see, but that's just solid cap brood, and that's just what the other frame was too. But again, I don't want to hurt them, because I'd have to take 2 frames from them, and then in 2 weeks I'd take another 2 frames, and I don't want to set them back that far. So we're just gonna let them keep expanding, and they'll be one of the first colonies I split next year. It just looks great. See here in the center, it's kind of weird. Normally you get drones around the outside, but there's some drones right there in the center. Worker brood all around it, or worker comb anyways. More drones in the center on this side. Workers are on the edge. And she's laid in these. They definitely are getting a much higher bee population. About dropped that one. And there's the queen. She's doing great. More eggs. And these guys just keep taking syrup. And the reason is she keeps every frame pretty full, and then I'm just kind of partially drawing it. So pretty solid on about 7 frames drawn. 2 of them are just kind of partially drawn, and 2 they haven't drawn yet. So I'm deeply tempted to split these guys, but I'm going to resist that urge since I've got 2 queens on the way, and I'm going to be pulling a couple of frames from them then. So hopefully at the rate they're going, they'll have all those pretty much drawn out in 2 weeks. And taking a couple frames from them at that time won't be a big deal. But they're super strong and they look great. These guys over here, they're not, see chickens are in the background. Oh, I dropped my phone. They're not drawing comb like these others are. It's a little concerning. Or they weren't, we're gonna check them. And we'll just see what they look like here. That's 1, 2, looks like about 4 empty combs. So they're drawing only about 7. So this is one of those that I cleaned up a little bit. There's some emerging brood on it. There are some eggs where it's emerged, so she's come back through here and relaid it. This queen does great too. And she's relayed that side. So wherever they give her space, she's laid. They just, see, here we go. So this is a comb that I fixed, and they drawn it over to the next one. So they just keep doing that, and I honestly think it's a genetic thing that they just, and I'm gonna continue to kind of suggest to them to straighten it up, and but they've got more emerging brood and eggs. So she's, wherever they give her space, she lays and does a really nice job. They just, for whatever reason, I screwed this one up again. You can see where I've rubber banded these. I might have to get another one on this one because you can see it's kind of off to the side there. And again, the hives level, I've checked it multiple times, and what's next to them, this other hive has 0 problems drawing. She's laid. In the new comb over here, there's eggs down in it, and it's all worker brood. I mean, they look good, they just don't draw. They're not drawing the comb like the other, and they're not filling out these frames. I might have moved them a hair earlier, but I wanted to get them out of that nuke. This one's not bad. Got a bunch of larvae down in it. This one's a little bit fresher. Some eggs. But again, they're kind of getting it a little off center, and I'm just going to try to suggest to them that that ain't how it needs to be. But once they get one off, the rest of them, this one's crossed, the rest of them tend to go that way. And so they've started it really nice, but as they go down the frame, they just veer off. This one has a lot of emerged brood on it that she's come back and relayed in. And the wax that they've got and the comb that they've drawn, they've got the bee coverage on it. It looks just fine. It's just they're not, for whatever reason, they're a little bit slower in drawing comb out. And again, she's pretty much, a lot of guys are pawing on here. She's laid everywhere that they've given her space, and there's good bee coverage on it all, but they are taking their sweet time drawing wax. Again, this is a brand new comb that they've drawn since last time, and just looking at it, looks like she's filled it with eggs. So I didn't spot her, but she's in there laying and is laid in every space they've given her. So we're gonna just put them back together here. They are doing a decent job. I wish they'd draw some more comb, but it is what it is. These guys I probably won't open up again until I get those queens. The ship date's the 26th. So I'm just gonna leave them alone, let them do their thing. They've got a bunch of cat brood. Just about every frame has cat brood, larvae, and eggs on it. So their bee population is going to continue to go up. And so that's where we stand, and they look good. They look good. I'm real happy with this one. Still happy with this one, even though they're not just not moving as fast as that other one. But so it's okay. Some hives are just kind of like that. So anyways, my next video will probably be in about 2 weeks when I get those queens, and we'll take a couple frames from each of these, plus the bees, maybe a shake of another big frame of bees. We'll just see where each hive's at, and we'll go from there. I fully expect this other hive over here to have just about every frame drawn, so they might get 3 frames taken from them and just 1 frame from this other. Try to keep them built up a little bit. But we'll see what happens. So check back then. Thanks for watching.